Excited about this race, the heat of the Temple Challenge Cup. It's the might of Nereus, the crew from Amsterdam in the Netherlands, the students from the Netherlands, racing the students from the University of Washington, USA. And the Washington crew, struck by Sean Kelly from the 1 varsity 8. You can see him there, 22-year-olds. Yesterday, Washington posted 1:51 to the barrier when they beat Orange County, and the Dutch students, well, they raced Nottingham University, posted 1:48. That's a 3-second difference, Jess.
Yeah, that's quite significant. That's almost a length. But right now, they're fairly close. I think Nereus have just sneaked about ball.
Yeah, you can see Washington will know all about those times, and Mike Callahan runs that program. I think he's not here for this event, but there you get a shot of Sean Kelly, the Washington stroke man. George Esso behind him in the 7 seat, 20 years of age. And it's a mixture of, he's from the 2nd varsity 8, so this is a mixture of the 1st, 2nd and 3rd varsity crews from Washington there. Really strong crew that beat Oxford Brooks in the Windermere Cup. It's been split up. 3 of that crew, British, have come back in, likes of Tom Digby, former Aberdeen schoolboy. So it's really meant that Washington, rather than sending their first 8 to the ladies' plate, have come into the Temple, and it's absolutely stacked up, this event, Jess. It's such a hot event, the Temple Challenge Cup for University 8s this year.
It really is. And actually, I think Washington here, Martin, might have just come back at the Nereus crew. Their cooks, Kimmins Wilson, said yesterday they knew it was only day 2 of 5, so were they conserving something yesterday, and that's why we saw the difference in the times to the barrier?
Yeah, we're with the Washington crew there, but just an update that Durham beat the record to the barrier and Fawley in that heat of the Prince Albert, but Imperial beat the record to the finish by 2 seconds in there when they rode through in that victory. So records are being set, and we don't know the time here, but the record was 6:48, so they must have done 6:46 in the PA. So we'll give you a time update. We don't have them in our commentary box. We're getting them from our producer, Mike Cole. There is the stroke man of the Dutch 8, Con van der Herrik. His brother rode in the Dutch 8 that raced in Belgrade. Kern is obviously the younger of the 2 brothers, the ginger-haired stroke man. And at the moment, really struggling, fighting to get back on terms with Washington.
Who are getting warned. They've got to move back onto their station.
Well, it's a bit deja vu, isn't it? Is that Boris Rankov, the umpire, who umpired Nereus to a disqualification in 2016? I'm not sure if it is, but Nereus on the right side of an umpiring decision at the moment, and you can see the Washington Cots, Kimmins Wilson, the 21-year-old, moving back onto her station. There she is. Move her crew. It's a great contest, this, between 2 really well-matched crews.
We're seeing 2 top universities from around the world coming here racing down to Henley.
I think it's Mike Gennaro who coaches the Washington. Might have got that slightly wrong, apologies if I have, but they're moving away, this combination from the 1V, 2V and 3V8s, and it's an incredibly strong crew. And they have stretched out a lead over a fast Nereus crew. Some lightweights up in the bows. Jette van der Brink, Thies van Harp, Boris Lurfen and Dan van der Linden, and then the heavier men in the stern of the Nereus 8. That is a big margin they have eked out, and Nereus, such good rowers, such fast rowers. Con van der Herrik there in the stroke seat, coxed by Amhan de Boer, the Nereus crew coached by Diederik Simon, the legendary Dutch rower. It's not going to be their year, it looks like, this year.
I think we'll see Mike Gennaro's Yale crew coming down later on today.
Oh, Mike Gennaro's Yale coach.
Might tell you off for that. But so, no, these Washington boys are moving away now.
2:56 to the Fawley mark in this race, and I think Washington might have beat the record by 1 second. So records beginning to fall. If that time is confirmed, we'll bring you that news later. But this is a really pacey crew. No wonder Nereus can't compete with that pace, Jess.
Yeah, they look like they're really connected to that water. Really well synchronised there. again, you see there was not much of a back end in this crew. You can see their backs still kind of C-shaped at the finish, but they don't need to. They put all the work in the front half of the stroke. That's what you need to front end these strokes in the big boats. It's all about getting that work on as the spoon enters the water. It's a lot of big, strong guys pushing that boat down this course.
So there's a view coming down the course. On the left of your picture, the Dutch students from Amsterdam, the Nereus club in the Amstel River, and on the right of your picture, the Huskies. Go Dogs, as you would say. And if you're watching us from the west coast, I'm not sure what time in the middle of the night it is, but good morning to you from Henley Regatta. That are your boys out there, and they are going to be crossing the line first. There's about 15 strokes to go as this really powerful Washington crew kept their speed under wraps, I think, yesterday. Really showed it today. Looked to have taken that record to 40. And Washington move on impressively to the finish line. I think that is a really, really strong crew. We saw the Thames 8 do so well, Thames A and the Thames Cup, and this was another impressive performance, this time from a crew from the United States. The Dutch students coming clear water behind. I wouldn't have expected Washington to dominate by as much as that, but they look very difficult to beat.